Welcome back to Amaka's Off-Script, where we talk about relationship, culture, hot topic, book reading, movie, you name it, everything in between. And so, today is interesting because I'll be asking the question, if love is about partnership, why are we still obsessed with who wears the apron? In today's world, more couples are flipping the script. Men cooking dinners, managing the home, while women are out there grinding, bringing home the bread. Sounds like? Maybe. But it's happening. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing. So last week, and this trended, okay? A Nigerian lady who is an OnlyFans model got engaged and the internet exploded. Comments flooded in, debates raised, emotion ran high. She was even dragged like I better pass my generator. And especially Nigerian men and black men, we are outraged. Don't get me started with the whole outrage. But beneath all the noises and all, this mess is really about who gets to say what marriage should look like.
This would be interesting. You know, in Nigeria, the man is still seen as the head of the household. That's tradition, and it runs very deep. Tied to the customs like the bride price, which isn't just about money, because I hear some talking about the woman automatically because your bride price have been paid, you're being sold. It is not selling your woman. The family is not selling the woman as a piece of meat. Rather, it's a symbol of responsibility and leadership. So when the roles flip, it shakes the foundation. But Amaka, how do couples navigate the pressure of today?
Exactly. And that's what we'll be unpacking today. Why traditional roles are being questioned, challenged, and sometimes straight up rejected. But first of all, just in case you could feel my energy I'm rushing, forgive me because I've been perceiving the aroma of this and I've been waiting to do this. So unveil this facts and see what Ebuka has for me, because guys, I don't know if you can perceive it from here. Come and join me. Let's see. Wow. See, guys, I don't know if you know this about me. I probably haven't mentioned it, but if you don't today, you know, when it comes to abacha is one of my favorite meals. It's one of my favorite things in life. Okay, so imagine my surprise for this guy bringing me a nice abacha. See, I'm not just happy because it's abacha, because this one is not like the one they sell on the street of Lagos. Like, it looks like that proper abacha, because I can see I can see garden egg, I can see okporoko, stockfish for those that don't know. I can see kanda, which is pomo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you. How did I've been wanting this since?
Well, only because she mentioned it like 5 times already, at least.
Guys. Wow, you took notes. That's great. Wait a minute. Let me take a quick picture for the gram. Wait, now zoom in. And what can you not do, eh? A provider? You are...
I see your face.
Okay. Guys, this is so good. Can you see around? Did she come? Don't prepare this. Because I don't want to believe it's you.
No, Mossy, we don't travel, but they flex our life.
Husband material 32 years.
Oh yes, you can say that again.
You guys don't blame me. Abacha is my comfort food, okay? Don't judge me.
Truth be told, if I knew that this would get you giggling like this, I would have been digging this since. Who knows? Third base for sure.
Now come and collect your thing back. Yeah. Speaking of husband material, Ebuka, if you had to choose, which kind of husband would you rather be? Now, one, there are 3 options. So, one of them is a trophy husband. The second one will be the incompetent but still calls the shots type. And then the third one would be the equal opportunity partner, where whoever is not competent leads. What about you? This one you're not eating. Hope you not cook love portion.
Is it working?
Yeah, please. It is now. Open your mouth, I know you want.
No? But I'll try small.
Have you tried? I'll keep the remaining.
I cannot keep putting me on the spot. Okay. Honestly, I will go with the equal opportunity partner guy to answer your question. Don't carry talk.
Why?
Why not? Why stress myself about titles when what really matters is who is the best at what? If I'm good in the kitchen and she's killing it at work, why not share the load? I mean, I know I'm a husband material, you know. I'm always going to be the provider, but if she's better and she's competent, why not? Because as a man now, I could be the provider quite alright. But she's good at managing money. She could help me manage money here and there, maybe even be better at planning. Why shouldn't she be the one making the financial decision? Look, we make all these things harder than it should be. But I get it though. I'll be lying if I said it won't roughen some shoulders, because around here, people still expect the man to be the head, the provider, the boss. Sometimes just means paying bills and holding the remote. So yeah, I'd rather be a real and competent man than just play a role because tradition says so.
Yeah. Speaking of traditional roles being flipped, there were these 3 videos that drew my attention, and it was 2 weeks ago. So I know it's not related to today's topic, but to the OnlyFans video, different video, and it's interesting because these are different people with their stories and wildly different perspective. So there was this first guy. He started with talking about how he would enjoy, or the kind of partner he would love would be a woman who is a hard worker and a woman who is preferably rich. That is not his strong suit. His strong suit is to be a helper, basically. Help with the chores, help with this, help with that.
What qualities do you want to find in the woman that you want to marry?
I want a businesswoman, a woman that, yes, can feed the house, the husband and the children.
What is going to be your job in the marriage?
My job is to take care of the house or the children and wash clothes, all those things. That one I can do it better.
And then a lot of people are outraged. Okay, a lot of people are outraged. They're like, why will a man, if a full-grown man, want to be submissive? Why would he want to be feminine? Why would you want to clean? Now some people are like, chores is not relegated to just women. You know? If that is his strong suit, he's being honest. And I'm like, yeah, I like it. He's honest. He knows his strong suits. He knows it can't work for him. And he's choosing the soft life.
Her ATMs were with me. I can withdraw money at any time. Just let her know that this is what I do money for. And that went on for many years. Even the first car she got, I can't remember her driving that car for up to 2 weeks straight. And I used that car for 7 years. She handed it over to me while she continued the public transport.
I make the money, we all use it at home. Any salary that comes is ours, not mine.
Now you see this second clip. My oh my. Now I understand people's problem with it, because there is one thing for you to understand your weakness and your inability to provide and understand to be beneficial to your partner, just like the first speaker, right? I'm not saying they have to be the same. But it's another thing if you are waiting for your wife to just be the one taking care of you without you contributing in any way. Like, when I heard him say, in fact, my wife, her first car, she bought it and gave it to me. And then you have kids, she was taking public transport, and then the woman said that she doesn't believe in my money, our money. Fair enough. I would understand that if it's an equal partnership where both of you are mutually beneficial. But if it has to be the other on the other side where you are doing everything, and with the way this guy is looking, because he said, my wife also do, you know, she does the chores, because if you look at her, you know that this one, the husband doesn't lift a hand at all. That means he's not just a trophy husband, but he was sprinkle, a bit drizzle, before it became a thing.
Ha! Isn't he the man? Even if he was the provider, It will be better for you to even be the provider and give your wife your first car than for you to accept a gift, a car gift from her, when you know she's the breadwinner. That's unacceptable.
And nobody in their rightful mind will be clapping for someone like that, because already women even put so much, right? So I understood that, and there are some people that are like, you know what? He's the head of the house. He's the man, and people should respect the order he put in his family, which I understand. It makes sense if he's the odogu, right? If he's the 100% provider, then you can do that King Kong with your chest. So different debates, and then this final clips.
For instance, they say men are the head of the family. I don't want to be the head of the family. In my family, I'm not the head. You get it? Because I don't see why I'm married, and because I'm married, immediately I'm married, I'm the head. Just because I'm married, I'm the head. Just because I'm a man and married to somebody else, I'm the head. Whether she's intelligent than me, whether she's kind of saying stronger than me, whether she can think on her feet more than I do, whether she can fight more than, because I'm a man, no, I don't say. To be the head of the family, I don't like it. To be the head of the family, I don't like it, because when they were making that rule, they didn't consult me. You can't come and just push it on me. You understand? So if I don't like it this way, then it means to say the fact that I have to also provide for a woman, I don't like it. That I'll bring a woman home and then I'm coming to provide for you. For instance, the woman I married, we all sat in the same class. She's my classmate. We all sat in the same class. We were taught the same lessons. You understand? We graduated the same day. We left to go and look for a job, and we had jobs, and now we are together. You understand? And now it's my money that I have to use to take care of you. What is your money? What is happening to your money? And he said, I can't ask this question.
This final clip, the third one, got people shaking. See, Nigerian men, especially, they left the group chat when they had it. They're like, what do you mean by a woman being competent? I was so surprised. Like, another Nigerian man is like, who is more competent? You know, submission, right? Who is more competent? But some people don't believe that as a woman, just because you're better at leadership, you should lead. And I respect those that feel otherwise, right? My own is, if you have to choose for yourself that you want to be the head of the family, you want to be the leader, you have to do what leaders do. And he makes sense. Because leadership isn't about gender. It's about who is best suited for the role.
I'm sorry, I can't get the picture of that cat story off my mind. I can only imagine the family's reaction. Imagine in Nigeria, a family approval is everything. Even if the couples are happy. A relative might not be happy with their daughter doing the heavy lifting and then being rewarded later. I want to believe every father wants his daughter to be well taken care of.
Yeah. Marriage rules are everywhere, if we're being honest, and from viral Twitter threads to those marriage talks, you know, those kind your auntie will forward to you, you know, with the caption, can you imagine women of nowadays? I get that most of the time. But it's something most women might not even avoid. So let's be honest, expecting the same marriage script passed down from one generation to remain untouched is unrealistic and honestly quite delusional. Don't you think? I mean, take for instance, women juggle works, childcare, family support, and please, let's not mention Lagos bustle. The traffic in Lagos is unquantifiable, right? So with all this, some still expect them to kneel down and serve a man who might not even have a job, and on top of that, cheerfully participate in genital meet and greets.
Now I eat so. Come, not before this same Naija, we will see guy man don't expect you to call answer. Hey, I am the man of the house. But who's you, Zoga? Okay, be calming down.
He shock you.
Nah, the man, don't get me wrong, the man is the provider, the protector, at least, you know? I'm not disputing the fact, but at least create a room to be needed, add value, because that's what a man should. In fact, as a human being, you are bringing value. You should feel like a fraud if you are doing all those things and deep down, you are not doing anything.
Exactly. Not like I said, anything is wrong with men that want that dynamic of women doing the work, because I have nothing against it. Wait, even our last video, even the last podcast we did, you saw how we analyzed, went into deep dive between Vicky James and her husband. For a lot of men, their ego will be bruised. If you see how we call her Vicky James and her husband, we're not even calling her husband name, which is Felly. We don't even know his name, unless he's doing one TikTok challenge. And he seems okay with that dynamic. And I love it for them, because if we're being honest, besides, back in the days, many of our mothers, we are the real providers. The market women who built homes, send their kids to school. Why the men led with just vibes and ego? Wait for them to come back. These women were doing all these things back then. And it still happened. Now that women are anymore and speaking up, some people, let's be honest, are straight up rattled. Like, why does a woman anymore mean the man loses his title?
That can actually be threatening to some men, especially those without real power.
But why? We are not threatening your life or well-being. If anything, we are contributing and adding more value to society at large, including men. Not like some of you deserve it though.
Wow. You're doing me like this. This is how you're gonna do the poor guy.
They shock you.
After all the spoiling I do to you, eh?
No. But on a serious note, why get threatened?
That one, people. The problem is that I think the problem is women. Because most of the time is you not go around without even knowing the kind of power you possess. Not to mention your influence and how confident some women can be. It can be threatening not to be needed, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want my woman not to need me in their life. Plus, there are other men who have raised havoc and are scared that all the things they have seen done, all the atrocities they have witnessed by other men, they are scared it will come back to them, and they are right to be scared.
I hear you. Okay? Not to be defensive. But I doubt many women want to be in control like that. Talk more of punishing men. Some are deserving of that, but I doubt women want that. I think a lot of women just want to feel safe and live their best fox life, you know?
Sure. Because at the end of the day, people should just do what works for them. In fact, I remember my mom when I was much younger. I remember my mom dragging me into the kitchen at 10 to learn how to fry plantain. And my dad just laughed us from the sitting room. Now I see why she taught me all those things. I don't regret it. Because now, no woman can do shakara for me.
So you learned it because of shakara?
No woman, because I will throw you a main meal. You have tested my meal now. We are even eating it. No woman can do shakara for me. And that's just, and it's not because of shakara. I feel like women should be pampered. Like, they should be well taken care of.
Yeah.
No one should suffer another man's daughter, because me, I wouldn't want anyone to suffer my daughter.
Yeah.
And I've noticed something, because I am my friends. We have to talk within ourselves. I have to be like, bro, we need to be careful for each other. Because there's this myth that men are not emotional, and these are the things killing us. We can't be vulnerable. Most times I question myself, why is nurturing seen as weakness for men? And if you critically look at it, if the woman earns more and still cooks, clean, and bathes the kid, what exactly is the man doing? Because leadership without responsibility is just pride on steroids.
Exactly. It's like a king with no kingdom. Just empty titles. But what do you say about the men who are now fully have embraced their princess era? They want pampering, affirmations, and 2 meats in their soup. But won't even lift a finger. Have you ever seen marriages where roles are flipped? Where the wife is the breadwinner and the husband runs the home? Was it smooth sailing, or were there storms beneath the surface? Flipping roles isn't just about money or chores. It's about what partnership really means. And it means different things to different individuals. What do you believe is the most important factor for a successful partnership in a marriage? Is it respect, communication, shared values, or something else entirely? At the end of the day, respect isn't optional. It's the foundation. Money is important. In fact, it's importanter, and it's quite loud. But respect, it should be steady.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, right? Marriage rules are changing, but respect and partnership should never change.
Look, if my wife is a primary earner, I celebrate her success. Her success is my success. But the truth is that a lot of us were raised to believe that if you are not breadwinners, you are failing. Last year or so, I had to explain to my uncle when I was chopping onions in my own kitchen. I had to explain it.
You explain it, I know evidence.
My man looked at me like I was speaking French. Now, we are learning there are many ways to need this and support a home. I want respect for what I bring to the table. Right? Even if it's not financial. And if I want to cook, why not? Because the way I look at it, general responsibility is part of partnership. And that's what it looks like. But try telling it to a room full of aunties. Good luck convincing them that washing plates isn't spiritual warfare for men.
Yeah.
The truth is, we need to rewrite these old scripts.
Fair enough. Speaking of flip scripts and challenging old roles, let's talk about a recent marriage proposal that set social media on fire about this OnlyFans lady. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear me out, okay? This story isn't about the app. It's about the expectation in marriage and who gets to draw the moral line. Now, for those of you who might not know, OnlyFans started back in 2016 as a platform mainly for creators to monetize exclusive content directly from fans, mostly fitness trainers and musicians, artists alike. But over the time, just like every other social media, it became famous for adult content, which stirred all kinds of conversation, especially around morality and independence. Many chose OnlyFans for the agency and the financial independence, and why not, right? Taking control of their content and earning it. A lot of celebrities have made money, okay? Made money. Some top content creators reportedly made over 100,000, including millions. Not to talk about Igazelia, who made 9.1 million monthly. And OnlyFans is reportedly returning over 15 million naira. When I heard it, I was like, okay, I reason Nigerian matter. Where do you make such money? And it's not just small creators. People like Igazelia, who you might remember as the rapper and the singer, shifted to OnlyFans to take control of their content and earning. Then there are also men too, like some athletes, influencer, even Tiger. And I think at the point when Chris Brown was struggling, I think he's fairly struggling now, but when he was really struggling, he had to dabble into it and it helped him too. So carving out their own spaces, they're changing who gets to own their narratives online. It makes sense, right? So with that in mind, what really sent the internet into a frenzy? A ring? a rooftop, and a woman with an OnlyFans account. Imagine a rooftop at night, city lights twinkling, a lush ring of vibrant flowers framing a couple. Lowitch, a Nigerian creator who has been known for her bold presence on OnlyFans, and her fiancé locked in an intimate embrace. It's a scene of love, hope, and a new beginning. But instead of celebration, this proposal became the center of social media storm. For those of you who don't know Lowitch, she's a Nigerian content creator on OnlyFans, a platform already wrapped in layers of judgments, especially in a conservative societies like ours. Now, tell me why someone who saw this celebration, why others were congratulating her, decided to tweet something harsh. And I read, "So, no one can find this useless man that married Professor of Horror in Lowitch. Let's deliver him from the spell that has cast on him." The tweet didn't just trend, it bruised a real woman's humanity. It wasn't just criticism, it was this public shaming. The language, dehumanizing. Imagine calling the groom useless and Lowitch a professor of whoring. That was quite a stretch. Because it was as if her happiness is a scandal and her partner must be rescued from loving her. Some people were like, what the hell is this? You know? But let's be honest, how often do we see men being dragged like this for their past? Why is a woman's history seen as a permanent stain? Why the men can move on? Because some people are like, why now? Why do this to somebody? Why the sudden urge to want to rescue a grown man who probably knew of her past? And some people are like, you know what? If it's at her past and she have really moved on, I mean, let her move on with her life. Because everyone is deserving of a second chance. Not like she did something so outrageous or hurt somebody. We behind culture and family, honor, but what we are really doing is picking and choosing who gets forgiveness. It's about us, how culture and family honor are used to shame women, while men get the free pass.
Honestly, it's a double standard for me. People act like they are protecting tradition, but really it's just hypocrisy. How many times have men gotten away with all this? Because if the script was fleet, people would justify it or even praise his hustle.
Exactly. He would be called Odoguse or even a high-valued man. So back to Lowitch, the OnlyFans creator whose engagement broke the internet. That was quite a ring to it. Let's unpack the whole outrage for a second. The outrage, it wasn't just about her content. It was just about people who think what wife should be and what not. People asked, how can a man marry a woman who sells content online? But if we're talking for real, was it really about morality or control though? Because if she's making her own money, choosing her paths, and still being chosen, ouch. That must hurt some men, especially those men that sit in their high horse and want to feel like just because a woman have made a mistake, your life must be doomed. I don't empathize with them because some men in their mind, they are the jury and the God and the decider of the fates of some women. So I can get it. I get that shakes the patriarchy to the core. And people say they want independent woman, but only in theory, not in marriage. Because as soon as she owns her sexuality, her finances, she becomes a threat. And look, we're not saying traditional values doesn't matter, okay? Because I clearly indulge in some of the traditional values. But maybe the tradition worth preserving is mutual respect, not rigid rules. The truth is, there's no single script anymore. Just couples figuring out what works for them. So my people, I decided to bring this here on Amaka Off-Script so we could dissect it and keep the comments coming in. We can continue this conversation on IG. So what do you guys think? Do you think a woman should be judged by her past? or the past should remain where it should be in, and that's the past? Or do you think, you know what, a leopard cannot change from its spots, you must be judged? And also, what do you think of gender roles and the different dynamics I've stated previously? Please feel free to comment, or you can also share it on my DMs. Right in there, we'll continue our conversation. You know how it goes. These were the things I saw in the streets or socials and decided, you know what? Why don't we have this conversation here on Amaka Off-Script? So, whether you're splitting the bills, switching roles, or staring egos in the kitchen, the real question is, are you both okay with the scripts you're writing together? Because love isn't about who leads, it's about how we show up for each other. So let's keep this conversation going. Drop your thoughts, voice notes, and even clap back on Amaka Sports. Go on my IG, and hey, if you're the cook in your house, we want to know your recipe. Feel free to share it, okay? And your opinions too. Until next week, stay unscripted, be real, live your best Fox life, and choose the kind of life you want for you and your partner. And even if you choose not to, who cares? Bye.
Oh, bye.